detectives realize the suspect is dying?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a revolver.
They shot you in the eye with a revolver.
What?
You wouldn't be talking to me right now.
How do you know?
It was most likely you'd be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
Captain, you're not going to believe this one.
I can't believe it either.
You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it.
Do you consider yourself a good lie detector? Can you sense when someone is guilty or innocent?
Yes.
What's up, Ewu crew? It's the Raven, here to talk about another shocking, interesting, or just strange, but very true story with you. We're trying out something new today. Interrogation footage is one of the most fascinating ways to analyze the raw, unedited behavior
Chat, are
of
we on
criminals. But hindsight is 20/20.
Resident Evil after
and a
this or
lot
Star
of the
Wars?
time, when we already know that someone committed a horrible crime, the signs of deception or manipulation can be way more obvious.
We're almost done with
After
already.
all, we know exactly what to look for. Today's case is shocking,
Kinda.
disturbing, and extremely tragic. But as we look over the interrogation footage that has made it famous,
Both you
try
are
and decide for
24.
yourself what you think really happened, as if you were the detective with only a few facts to go off of. Now,
Okay.
let's get into it. It was Christmas Day of 2006 in Arizona, and the families of 21-year-old Heather Kwan and her boyfriend, 18-year-old Ryan Waller, knew something was very, very wrong. The young
Okay.
woman had gone over to Ryan's home on the 23rd to watch a movie and eat pizza, but nobody had heard from either person since, and both never showed up for the annual holiday activities. After a call from the couple's concerned parents, Phoenix police were dispatched to do a welfare check at Ryan's apartment. And what they found was
Ryan
a
looked
sight
like a
they
threat,
could never
WTF.
forget. On the couch was Heather, dead from a gunshot wound to the head. But then they discovered something really weird. Ryan was still alive. More than that, he was conscious and able to walk and speak with officers, although he was acting strange and wouldn't give any straight answers. Or if he did, he would contradict himself. Of course, police were extremely suspicious right off the bat. He was placed into the back of a police cruiser for a long while as authorities took
He
a
did
closer
that
look
shit.
at the crime scene
Shit.
and Heather's body. And then he was eventually
Chat, we're detectives right now. Let's analyze the facts.
taken to an interrogation room.
That nigga just moaned when he said that.
As you can see, Ryan is in bad shape. His face is covered with bad bruises and he seems very disheveled and agitated. While he waits, he periodically moans and plays with his handcuffs.
What did I hear? What did I say?
Before trying to rest his head on the table, it's about 5 a.m.
Man.
Ryan gets up and sits back down, and then someone walks in and takes pictures of the bottom of his feet. Ryan's been silent for a while, but then he suddenly pipes up to say,
Man, I just want to go to sleep.
That'll happen sooner or later.
He did that.
and then really pay attention to what is said
He did
next, because this will become super important later on.
Alright, do I get to go home?
I don't know. Should go to the doctor's, or you should go.
Me?
Yeah.
Why? That?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
I'd say that's really bad.
Looking at the bruises on Ryan's face,
Did this girl beat his ass and he shot her?
police aren't quite sure what
This dude look like Joey.
to make of the situation. Did he get in a physical fight with Heather and things ended badly for her, either on purpose or by
Did he lose a fight to his bitch and he took out the revolver and went crazy? Is that what the you trying to?
accident? Were these wounds the result of her trying to defend herself? Was Ryan mentally unstable and had somehow hurt himself? All they knew was they weren't really getting much out of the
Or
frustrated
he tried to do it to himself to try to look like it was self-defense. I don't know.
young man sitting on the other side of the table. He repeatedly asked to go to sleep, but he's told that on the chance he has suffered a concussion, the doctor has advised not
Told
to
my boy he gets no bitches and he told me I guess it's part of my canon.
let him sleep.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Another man comes in to inspect Ryan, and when he tells him to put one foot on the table, Ryan seems to have trouble following these directions. He seems uncomfortable. Finally, the detective starts the investigation, and one of the first questions he asks is,
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here? Okay.
now in this next clip,
you
a really
talking about,
close
bitch?
eye on Ryan's behavior, how fidgety and distressed he acts.
I don't know what happened, okay? So I'm going to read you something to make sure you understand your rights, okay? Basically, I'm going to read it. You've seen Cops before, right? Ever seen that TV show Cops or CSI or anything like that?
Okay.
You ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen any kind of cop show? Lawyer show? Any kind of show?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to listen up real close now. Okay, you have the right to remain silent.
Bro, Joey, this is you,
Can't be
gang.
used against you in a court of law.
And then this is where things get really weird. The detective asks a really simple question.
What's the highest grade you went through school?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know the highest grade you went through?
8th?
8th grade? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Do you have a GED?
I don't know.
Okay, so the detective is obviously really confused now. Is Ryan genuinely this shocked by what happened, or so disoriented that he can't remember the answers to such basic questions? Is the early morning making him irritable, or is he being standoffish for some other reason? The detective isn't sure what he's hiding, so he presses on.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Somebody in chat typed retard. Bro, that is not nice. And why you calling him Central C?
Presses on.
Do you have a girlfriend? No? You know a girl named Heather?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a cramp. I got a cramp in my neck. I yawned. I yawned. I never got a cramp here before. Oh, that was bad. Oh my god. I yawned in a weird ass position. Oh my god, that was. Oh my god.
Do you know Heather's last name?
Mm-hmm.
What is Heather's last name?
The one that lives there right now?
What?
I guess, I don't know.
What is his nigga?
Her name's Heather. What's her last name?
I don't know which name she's trying to use as her last one. She's trying to have a real last as her nickname, so I don't know.
What nickname does she go by?
Probably wants the last name, Kyman.
Kyman?
Bro, you don't sleep and you're tired
How would you
cause the
spell it?
laugh.
K or C?
K?
Keep going.
I don't know.
Ryan is acting like he doesn't even know Heather that well, saying a different last name, mumbling something about her going by different nicknames, and even mentioning something vague about her living there. But why is he speaking about her so nonchalantly when he was the last person known to be with her, and she was just found dead with him inside of his apartment hours earlier?
How old is Heather?
16 or 17.
Is she a white girl?
Yeah.
Wait, what? How old is this nigga?
How
Just
did
see
you
what he
meet
said.
Heather?
I've known her since school.
How old is this nigga, chat?
I don't know.
You just known her from school?
She used to be a business name. I don't know.
She's on. Oh.
She used to do a business name.
She used to be in my book named with business name.
Oh, okay. She used to be in the class, your business class?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Things are just getting more confusing as this
What
line of conversation goes on.
This
And so
nigga's
the detective
fried.
tries a more direct approach.
What happened
Yeah,
to
zapped by the Wonder Wolf. Black Ops.
your face?
I don't know.
You told the officer just a few minutes ago that someone hit you. Do you remember who hit you?
I don't know. I think it was Heather.
Why would Heather hit you?
Yeah, you're cooked, buddy. Heather hit you and now she's dead?
I don't know.
Say goodbye.
It was an accident. I forgot why.
What was an accident?
Heather's last name?
No. What was an accident?
Heather hitting me.
He has a brain bleed.
What did she hit you with?
Her hand in the eye.
So
He
now the
has a
talk
brain
is
bleed.
getting somewhere. But still, it all seems so disjointed and random. First, Ryan barely seemed to register who Heather was, but now he seems pretty confident that she hit him in the eye. But the conversation was about to take another bizarre turn.
Did you guys have an argument?
How
Not really, no.
Not really.
Uh-uh.
What happened for her to hit you in the eye like that?
She just hit me on accident. She was giving Christina a head.
Wait, what?
She was giving Christina a head.
Oh, she was giving Christina. He said ahead.
She was what?
She was helping Christina with her hair or something. I don't know.
Who's Christine?
She's on the couch.
Christina's on the couch?
So this new name, Christina, just got dropped out of nowhere. You can kind of see the detective rummaging through the papers, which looks to me like he's checking the case notes for any mention of a girl by this name. But even Ryan doesn't seem totally sure of what she was doing or who she even is.
What's Christina's last name?
I don't know.
What does she look like?
I really don't know.
You don't know?
Shit, I need a Christina.
I really don't.
What color hair does she have?
Brown?
Is it long?
I just learned there is
Just
supposed
average.
serial killer in Oregon. I'm
How
scared.
old is Christina?
20 maybe? I don't know.
You can kind of make out the detective shaking his head, probably in disbelief here. It seems he's not buying Ryan's strange story, and I'll admit, the whole thing is pretty hard to follow. If someone named Christina was really there at the apartment, well, that could be a game changer for the investigation.
Yeah.
But everything is so unclear at this point. The detective
he
asks
chatting?
if Ryan knows someone named Alicia.
Keys.
Do you know Alicia?
Mm-mm.
You don't know Alicia?
Mm-mm.
And the detective says she lives at your house.
She lives at your house?
No reaction from Ryan. Then he's asked if he knows an Eric, and Ryan nods but can't quite remember his full last name.
You know a guy named Eric?
Mm-hmm.
What's Eric's last name?
Irk.
He's trying to pay me back. Green something.
His last name is Green something?
Ryan says he doesn't have the phone numbers of any of the people mentioned,
What is
which the detective
happening?
doesn't seem to believe.
Where's Eric right now?
I don't know.
Do you have his phone number?
I really don't. He doesn't have one.
Okay. Do you have Heather's phone number? You don't know?
Mm-mm.
How about Christina?
Rage, come here.
Mm-mm.
You don't have anybody's phone number?
Mm-mm.
The detective pushes to learn the truth once more.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yo, Joey.
I really
bro.
don't. I just want to go to sleep and go to sleep. Oh.
Yo, what?
Well, you remember Heather hitting you in the eye, right?
I don't remember after that because I just went to lay down and try to go to sleep.
All right.
I don't know what anybody was doing. I really don't.
Who was in the house when you went to sleep?
Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Heather was on the couch.
You said
You
Christina.
told me Christina was on the couch just a minute ago.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't.
You just don't know?
I really don't, man.
Or you don't want to tell me?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I just want to go and go to sleep, man.
All right, you're not going to go anywhere.
So you're probably wondering at this point, how in the world could Ryan have conveniently lost his memory of everything that happened that night? If he had killed his girlfriend in cold blood, why didn't he
Craig, you
plan
like
out a
Star
better
Wars,
cover
right?
story? Was drug
Well,
use to
which
blame for
side
this
do you-
crime and Ryan's mind being all over the place? In this next clip, ask yourself, if you were the detective, would you think that Ryan was playing dumb?
Do you know what happened in your house last night?
Mm-mm.
What would you be
Alright,
thinking,
what
chat?
happened?
I'd be thinking he's not mentally, like, I don't know.
I don't know what happened,
I think he's like mentally
You're all
challenged.
beat
or
up.
something. I don't know.
right? So tell me what happened.
I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, man. That's it.
When asked why there's a huge chunk out of his nose, Ryan just keeps emphasizing that he doesn't remember and just wants to go to sleep.
Remember what happened to your nose? There's a big chunk out of your nose.
I don't know.
Ew.
Someone grab you?
A chunk?
Were you fighting with somebody?
No, I need to go. I need to go back to sleep, man. I'm just tired, man. That's it.
What the fuck?
Didn't even do anything. I just want to go to sleep.
You remember what time this happened? Your eye?
Like 1? Or maybe earlier, I don't
Bro,
know.
his brain is literally
I don't know.
bleeding.
And then something really weird happens.
Do you know Eric's girlfriend?
Yeah,
What's her name?
Heather.
Eric's girlfriend's Heather?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan says that Heather is actually Eric's girlfriend. Okay, the detective is super lost at this point. But then, just a few moments later, Ryan again claims Heather is his girlfriend.
You're saying that's Eric's girlfriend? Or your girlfriend?
Heather?
Yeah.
Mine.
Heather's your girlfriend. All right. Was Heather over last night?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Heather did this to you.
What?
Your eye.
Uh-uh.
Okay, who did that to you?
Alicia.
Alicia did that to you now.
Mm-hmm. I swear. I'm not even lying, I swear.
Okay. Why would Alicia do this to you?
Why? I have no idea.
Were you mad at Alicia?
No, I don't know why. I don't know why. She probably hit it on something. I don't know.
She hit what on something?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So clearly these answers are getting less and less
Weird,
coherent.
Chad.
And Ryan doesn't even seem to acknowledge how wildly his story is changing. What's more, I get the feeling that he doesn't even remember or know in the first place that Heather is dead, which is pretty much confirmed by this next clip.
Hey, Ryan?
Huh? Huh?
There's a dead girl in your living room.
This nigger's
She's
brain
dead?
pulled pork
Yes.
Heather?
I don't know. I want to know what happened in your house last night.
The girl on the couch is dead?
I don't know if she's on the couch. She's dead.
Okay, now here's where a huge twist that the detective never expected is about to be dropped.
Okay.
And it's probably not what you're thinking. Let's keep watching.
Well, these people came over. Richie and his dad. With shoot and arrow, bow and darts. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They hit me and her with those. That's it. And Heather wasn't there. And Eric wasn't there. It was just me and Heather was there.
We're now more than 30 minutes into this footage, and Ryan is just now bringing up that two people supposedly came to his house with weapons. We'll pay really close attention to this next
What
part, because
in the
everything goes from
fuck?
0 to 100 in just a single second.
You and Heather were there. And then what happened?
And that's it. Richie and his dad tried to break in through the back.
GG's.
Richie and Dad? His dad?
Mm-hmm.
How does he just...
Who's Richie?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you obviously know him. You know his name by
He used to
Richie.
live there.
Was he a roommate of yours?
He used to be.
And they
Yo, how does this feel? What?
hit you and... They hit you?
Yeah.
Now it's Richie that hit you, not Heather?
No, Richie and his dad.
Richie and his dad. They hit you.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're trying to get their stuff. I don't know why.
And they had some kind of bow and arrows?
Mm-hmm.
What?
They each had 2 revolvers and they didn't let off any shells.
Okay, you just said they had bow
What in the fuck is...
and arrows. Now they have revolvers?
That's what I meant. They had revolvers.
They have revolvers.
Yes.
And then what happened?
You can see the detective's shock, disbelief, and apprehension here. First, the girl accidentally hit Ryan in the eye, and now 2 men with revolvers broke in and shot at the couple. Although not much is making sense, the detective is now highly alert, and what Ryan says next...
Why a nigga in the chat said they... they playing gun game. What do you mean? That's not funny, gang. That's not funny, gang.
turns this case upside down. I'm just gonna let these next few moments play out without interruption, because they are by far the most important in the entire footage.
And then they shot us with those.
They shot both of you?
That was crazy.
Yeah,
Where'd they shoot you at?
I got shot in the eye.
You got shot in the eye
I think so.
with a revolver.
I think. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Joey, lock
Then
him
what
up.
happened?
I don't know.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
Did you shoot Heather?
Mm-mm.
Joey.
I heard you have a lot of guns in your house.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
Well, you know we're gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe.
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I could tell you anything, I swear.
I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want from
Richie
you.
and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold. And, like, they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and shit. Like, I lived through that crap.
Okay, they put you in a sleeping hold?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know, man.
You're telling me they put you in a sleeping hold. What is a sleeping hold?
Bro.
I don't know.
Bro, Joey. This nigga is pissing me off, bro. There's something wrong
Well,
with
explain
What
it.
happened?
It's coming out of your mouth. Explain that to me. What
It'd be pissing me off if I didn't know there was something wrong with him, but there's something wrong with him.
a sleeping hold?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't know.
Okay. You're telling me you're all over the board here, number one. You're saying bows and arrows, you're saying revolvers, and you're saying some other thing, and you're saying they shot you in the eye. Okay? They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yes. And that's
Is
it?
it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a
If they
revolver.
shot you in the eye with a revolver,
You'd be
you
a
wouldn't
pirate
be
gang.
talking to me right now.
You just
How
wouldn't.
do you know?
You'd like
It was most likely you be dead.
That's what I thought too, man. I really don't know.
you just have one eye gang.
Okay?
I really don't know, and I just want to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed. Okay? That's not going to happen.
Alright, but what happened, man? What do I gotta do? Just tell me what I gotta do.
Get your feet off my chair is number one. Number two,
Get your feet up.
what happened to Heather?
I don't know, man. I really don't
You're
know.
now saying
know,
Richie
man.
and his dad
I don't know,
shot
man.
Heather.
I really don't know. I
Is
swear.
that true?
Yes.
And they shot her with a revolver.
Yes.
And did not use any gun. They came with those guns.
Mm-mm.
And they came through the where? They were breaking
To the
it?
back.
Through the back? By your door, or is there another door?
To the back door.
Through the back door? Is that off the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
And why would they come on Christmas Day?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I really don't know.
Really don't know.
Did they break in, or did you let them in?
I let him in,
And then what happened?
and they started shooting up the house.
With the gun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what happened?
That's it.
What happened to Heather?
Heather got shot
Where did she get shot?
inside the face once.
She got
What?
shot inside of the face?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to her when she got shot in the face?
It was after I got shot, so I didn't even hear anything.
So you got shot first,
Uh-huh.
and what happened? Did you fall to the ground?
Yeah, I was trying to get up and and I couldn't. I don't
Okay.
know.
The
And then
fuck
she got shot?
is
Mhm.
happening?
What did you do?
Nothing.
Did you call 911?
Uh-uh.
Did you see if she was alive?
She was sleeping still, and that's it. I just let her sleep.
She got shot in the side of the face, and you let her sleep?
Yes.
This does not make sense, Ryan.
I know, I didn't mean to, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was passing out. That's because I got shot wrong once, too, and I was gonna pass out.
Okay, this is now, not before.
I don't know.
You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with the revolver.
Did it get
Yes.
shot in the eye by a revolver,
Okay,
gang.
so that was a lot of very shocking information. What do you think? Is Ryan telling the truth? If you were the detective in this moment, would you believe his story? This is the first time he's hearing about anyone named Richie or his dad, and he doesn't quite know what to make of it. But after that, Ryan really starts to break down.
Ryan, you need to start telling me the truth, because your story doesn't make sense.
I'm trying.
What would you be
I
thinking
don't
right here,
know.
Chad? What would you be thinking?
Just ask me anything and I'll tell you the truth. Just ask me.
Well, I'm trying to, and you're not
He
even
has
coming close to the
powers.
truth.
Go ahead, ask me.
What happened with you and Heather last night?
I'm quitting?
Her dad came and shot the house.
And shot her.
Mm-hmm.
Her
dad. Now, Richie is her dad?
Mhm.
Or Richie's her brother?
Yeah, her dad.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do
I tried to go back to sleep.
after you've been shot
Mm-hmm.
in the eye?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know enough to call 911.
Mm-mm.
Why didn't you call 911?
Because I was just trying to go to sleep. That's it.
You just saw Richie's and his dad shoot your girlfriend, and you just felt like you needed to go to sleep?
Yeah, man.
Something like that. I don't know,
man. I really don't.
Ryan, look at me. Ryan,
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
why did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
What is that?
Richie.
Yes.
Richie shot his own sister.
Yes, I swear.
Knockdown
That's
mark.
it.
The detective is down 3-0.
Sit down.
Not me.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes. That's it.
Put your feet up on the table, please.
My feet hurt, man. I don't know why.
Get them off my table.
So up until this point, it seems like the detective held little stock in Ryan's newest version of events. I mean, a story about getting shot in the eye and living to tell the tale just a few hours later is a bit outlandish. But as Ryan continues to give confusing answers and display increasingly erratic behavior, the detective finally takes a closer look at his wounds.
Let me see your nose. Come on, put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Oh, my head hurts.
He has a bullet in his head. No way, right?
Okay. Yeah, be right back.
After this abrupt exit, the man returns with a totally different demeanor. He's worried. He tells Ryan
is
that
that?
someone is going to check him out to make sure he's okay.
What is this?
Hey, Ryan,
Yes.
I got the fire department coming to take a look at it. They're going to probably take you to the hospital.
You taking me to the hospital?
Yeah, we're going to take you to the hospital.
Bullet in his
Why?
nose.
Well, if you've seen your face and the way you're doing things, it doesn't make sense right now.
Is
Okay?
there?
We're just going to make sure you're okay.
I just want to go back to bed, man.
Well, that's the problem. If you have some kind of head injury, you shouldn't be sleeping. Okay? Well, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. There you go.
As the two wait for help, Ryan basically repeats his story about the shooting, saying that he just wanted to go to sleep after being shot in the eyeball.
I think I only got shot once in the eyeball.
And then you just wanted to go to sleep?
Huh?
Soon, others enter the room to take a closer look at Ryan. I believe it's the detective saying, "You're not going to believe this one."
There's a bro, what?
Captain, you're not going to believe this one.
I can't believe it either.
You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it.
This is just my observations that this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, and this might be into his eye.
What?
That this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, and this might be into his eye. And he's acting,
There's a bullet in his brain.
like he has a serious head injury, which would make sense.
So now all the puzzle pieces are starting to fall together. A single explanation appears that nobody would have expected in a million years, and it's one that they probably hope isn't actually true. That's because if Ryan really had been shot in the head, that would mean that they neglected to get him proper medical treatment while he waited in the police car and underwent this lengthy interrogation, which, when all was said and done, allegedly added up to about 6 hours.
Him wanting to go to sleep so bad gotta be his brain basically wanting to shut off.
6 hours where Ryan would have been sustaining permanent brain damage. 6 hours where he could have gotten help, but instead was getting worse. Well, spoiler alert, it was true. Ryan had actually been shot in the eye, and his account of the break-in and shooting by a man named Richie and his dad was 100% real, even if he couldn't exactly get the details straight due to his injury.
Are there guns around?
Stop questioning! Get the nigga to the hospital!
Did Eric did it? I don't know how he did it exactly. I might have been shot. I don't know. I really don't know.
Are you waiting on this to give more data?
I don't know.
It looks like it went right through, huh?
Yeah, it might have. I don't know.
This next clip isn't anything special, but it was the moment that really broke my heart. Ryan is told that his ride to the hospital is here, and the way he gets up and walks out without any trouble just shows that he's no cold-blooded criminal. He's a confused and scared young man who just suffered one of the most mentally and physically traumatizing experiences I can imagine. And the last line before the video cuts off really just makes you kind of angry at how lightly the situation is being treated.
Well, Blake, your ride's here. Checked out.
Yeah, he's good.
Where?
What's up?
Where are we going?
We gotta go to the hospital, get checked out, bro. Look like you got shot right in the face.
I don't even know.
When Ryan arrived at the hospital, he was sent to the intensive care unit in critical condition. As his family anxiously waited, they had no idea if they would ever see or talk to their son again. Ultimately, Ryan did survive, but doctors had to remove part of his brain, and he also lost both of his eyes due to the severity and placement of the gunshot wound. After that, there's not that much information available online about the case. But according to Arizona Daily,
Rage, have you heard the story of the girl who got shot in the back of the head in her own car with a shotgun? She lived.
This is fucked. This is fucked.
independent because Ryan had been able to identify his attackers, authorities soon apprehended Richie Carver and his father, Larry. Then they started to piece together the details of why this tragedy had even happened in the first place. Richie was apparently a former roommate of Ryan's, and on December 23rd, he and his father reportedly went to the apartment where Ryan and Heather were staying, seeking some sort of revenge. Some sources say that this grudge was due to a presumed altercation. Arizona Capital Times even reported that Richie and Ryan had had some armed confrontations with one another in the month before the shooting and after Waller had kicked him out of the house. Some netizens have alleged that Richie had actually been kicked out for hitting on Heather, but this is not confirmed. Either way, the two attackers tried to force their way through the doorway of the residence, and in the midst of this chaos, Richie stuck his arm inside of the home and landed a shot right in Ryan's head with a .22 caliber handgun. After that, it seems that they were able to fully enter the apartment, stepping over Ryan, who they thought was dead. But this was their biggest mistake. Ironically, the two purportedly only shot and killed Heather Kwan next because they wanted to cover their tracks, and unfortunately, she was a witness. The bullet struck her in the head at point-blank range as she lay peacefully on the couch. Satisfied that they'd gotten rid of anyone who might be able to identify them, they carried on with the job. But little did they know they had indeed left a witness behind, and although I can see why they thought it was safe to assume Ryan was dead, that ended up being their biggest downfall. And so it follows followed that after shooting Heather and stealing several weapons and a computer from the apartment, they left, leaving a gruesome and bloody crime scene for authorities to stumble upon days later. And the fact that police didn't come for the welfare check until the night after Christmas Day makes things even crazier, because it is horrifying to wonder what Ryan was doing that whole time. Many people have theorized he was left to just wander around the house in a confused fog, plagued by a horrible pain he half understood the whole time, falling in and out of sleep, only maybe registering for brief moments that his girlfriend was dead and decomposing on the couch next to him. Richie Carver ended up being convicted in June 2008 of felony murder, burglary, aggravated assault, and misconduct involving weapons, and he was sentenced to a term of natural life. But here's where things get extremely frustrating. The case against his father Larry was actually dismissed. Sources say the case against him was based in large part on confessions he had allegedly made to his wife, and so after she chose to invoke her marital privilege and refused to testify against her husband, there was nothing officials could really do besides dismiss the charges. Testify against his wife, and so a case against him was based in large part on confessions he had allegedly made to his wife. And so after she chose to invoke her marital privilege and refused to testify against her husband, there was nothing officials could really do besides dismiss the charges.
What?
But don't get too angry yet, because one good thing actually came out of all of this. Heather's family fought for legislature to enact what would become known as Heather's Law. This amendment would provide an exception to the marital communications privilege if one spouse had voluntarily provided law enforcement with information about their spouse's involvement in a serious crime. But just establishing the law wasn't enough, and it still had to be battled out in court to make sure it could be applied retroactively to Larry Carver's case. Luckily, they won. Carver was re-indicted in 2011, and after a 2.5-day deliberation, he was found guilty of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, burglary, and aggravated assault. But although this victory was a relief to the victim's loved ones, the permanent damage done to Ryan could never be reversed. He became blind and suffered from debilitating seizures after the incident. His family remains outraged that roughly 6 hours were allowed to pass without their son receiving the medical treatment he so desperately needed. And many people feel that the main issue was that Ryan was automatically treated as a suspect instead of a potential victim. The Phoenix PD reportedly explained that they didn't know the young man had been shot. They just thought he had been badly beaten, and that's why he was made to wait in the back of a police car while they investigated. I can only hope that this case, at the very least, will serve as a powerful lesson so that nothing like this ever happens again. Sadly, a YouTube channel called The Waller Family, believed to be owned by Ryan's loved ones, shared in January of 2016 that Ryan passed away from a seizure as a direct result of being shot in the head. The post reads, "R.I.P. Ryan. I love and miss you so much. Dad." On another one of their videos, the Waller family account shared some truly disturbing details when they alleged my son Ryan had been shot twice in the head. The first bullet went in through the tip of the nose on the side, then came out of the other side near the bridge, then went in through his eye, shattering his orbital bone, sending 6 pieces of bone socket along with the bullet into his brain. He was then shot in the side of his head over his ear, but that bullet just took a piece of his skull away but did not enter his brain. Altogether, he had 4 bullet holes in his face and head. The holes were very visual, as the police had taken 43 pictures of my son before he was taken into that interrogation room, with the pictures having close-ups of every hole on his face and head. How did nobody notice this until it was way, way too late?
That just took my heart out. I'm not. That just destroyed. Bro. Nigga did nothing wrong. But he ran up in his house, shot him in the head, in the nose. Fought for hours. Ended up losing his vision, suffered through seizures for years just to die. Heather just being there, get shot, just die. So people, yo, this world chat, stay safe, bro. Watch who you hang around with. Watch who you knows where you. This is why I don't even let people know where I live. Like, I don't play on that, bro. This shit's bad, bro. This world is scary, bro. This fucking world is scary, dog. That did hurt, bro. Fuck. Damn, that's... Jesus Christ. That fucked me up. That fucked me up.
Another one. Said I'm on 3 pills right now, if I'm being honest. Hope my feelings shoot out like a rocket. Niggas thought they had the swag, but I'm really on it. Look at you just window shopping that new bag I bought.